5. Okay, so first things first, let me know your thoughts on today's episode down below. Also, I want to know, one, do y'all think that Willow has lost it? And two, do y'all think that was Willow looking through those windows? Let me know. But yeah, okay, where we gonna start? I said Drew's so self-absorbed. He's so self-absorbed. He's so focused on self that he can't even see that it seems to me like Willow losing it. He over here, study over here. He basically proposed on today's episode. Hey, how you doing today, Amy? How are you today? He basically proposed on today's episode. He said it was Martin's idea. Martin has this plan. He believes that if they get married, then that should sway the judge or the courts or whatever to believe that they have a stable home. I said, that ain't gonna. I said, if anything, that proves once again that y'all not thinking. That Willow is not thinking or whatever. And she tried to explain that to him in a sense, but he's still over here. It's a good idea. You gotta just think about it. But they said on Friday's episode she's supposed to make an announcement. So I'm assuming the announcement is that she's actually getting married to him. And I was like, how this supposed to help her case? I don't understand. I definitely don't understand. But yeah, if y'all just tuning in, I wanted to know if y'all think that there was Willow outside those windows looking through. I said that wrong. Do y'all think there was Willow looking through the windows at the Quartermains? Then I also want to know how y'all feel about Sasha saying that Michael can't be a part of his child's life, that she want to do it all alone. I said, how this supposed to work when you living in his family house? He right there living. Ain't he? Don't he live there? If I'm not mistaken, doesn't he live there too? I said, how you gonna? Obviously, they gonna run into each other. Not just there, it's the Quartermains. They gonna obviously have something to do with that child. It looks like from tomorrow's preview that someone's gonna Daisy. Oh, did I see the preview for tomorrow? I don't know if I seen it. Did I see it? I don't know. I know I seen the part where they show somebody look through the window. I think I did see a clip on they was showing the baby or whatever. I didn't see it. I need to look at the preview, y'all. But yeah, okay. So what we gonna start with first? Rick and Isaiah. Um Isaiah ends up revealing to Rick that Elizabeth wasn't there. Something about she was taking a personal day. She helped Aiden. He went on a trip with Lucky. They left town or whatever. Because he was looking for Elizabeth. He was looking for Elizabeth or whatever. And he ends up putting Rick on notice, letting him know that if he mess with Elizabeth, he got to mess with him too. I said, okay. I'm starting to get the idea or an impression that they finna get ready to hook Isaiah up with Portia. What y'all think? Let me know down below. I'm getting that idea. Because he just stay over here. I don't even know how he get over there in her face. Last thing I seen was him talking to Rick. But yeah, last thing I seen was him talking to Rick or whatever. But yeah, like I said, he was just looking for Elizabeth. That's when Isaiah ends up telling that she took a personal day because, you know, Aiden gone, Lucky gone or whatever. And he put him on notice. Alexis and Elizabeth. Alexis ends up meeting up with Elizabeth, talking to her like Laura wanted about, you know, pursuing legal action. Elizabeth ends up telling her that she doesn't want to do it. That she doesn't want to do it or whatever. She's just going to leave it alone. You know, she happy to be alive and all that other good stuff. So she ends up calling Christina. I said, Christina. And this fool over here, I said, how you gonna have him? It's bad enough that you don't know when to stop. You having him over here seduce this lady, and you right there out in the open. At first, I thought that Ava seen her. At first, I thought Ava saw her. I'm like, Christina, they just lock her up. Just lock her up one way or another. Either lock her in the loony bin or lock her up in jail. Something's gonna have to help her. Cause this ain't working. This is not working. She's not listening. But yeah, like I said, Elizabeth ends up calling her or whatever. Next we got Cody, Christina, Ava. Cody and Christina. She was asking him about the plan. He was like, she's about to come there now. Excuse me. He ends up telling her that he talked to the lady. I think the lady at the bar, the lady somewhere over there serving drinks, and she said that Ava's finna come, so he need her to get up out of there. He also wanted some more money. I said, he gonna drain her dry, ain't it? He wanted some more money or whatever. And I said, Christine, you should have thought this through. She told her mama the other day that she did think it through. I don't think so, sweetheart. I don't think so. So that's when Ava showed up. Might as well get them out the way. They was just, what was they talking about? They was sitting at the pool and stuff like that. I don't even know. I don't even think I wrote nothing down. What did I write down for them? No, I just wrote Cody starting his plan. I don't know what they was talking about, but yeah. Oh, I do know. She was talking about how her and her daughter used to play cards and stuff like that. And he started asking if she played cards now. That's when she ends up revealing that, you know, her daughter is no longer living and stuff. They was just sitting up there talking. Nothing interesting happened there. Let's see. Portia and Curtis, they was talking about their relationship. excuse me, they was talking about their relationship and stuff like that. She tells Curtis that she should have just told him that Drew was blackmailing her. And I said, same thing, lady. I said, exactly. If you're going to tell that you switched the test results, why didn't you tell that? That don't make sense to me. It still don't make sense. Why wouldn't you tell that Brad was blackmailing you? And I still say, like yesterday, what make her think that Drew's gonna stick to his word? What make her think that? You might as well just go on, turn yourself in at this point. But yeah, I do like that she noticed that Jordan still got feelings for Curtis, and I think he still got feelings for her as well. But yeah, they got interrupted because Jordan came in. Portia was trying to tell her they having a private moment, and she let her know that's her husband. Did y'all see that? She let her know that that's her husband, but she ends up leaving anyway. All they was talking about is Drew wanting him to write an article about Michael and the court case and stuff like that. He's sick of it. He don't know where he stand with his relationship with Portia. Still confiding in her. I see, never. I said, why is you confiding in her? It's certain things I get, but other things it should be off topics. But she did tell him on one episode, she don't think that he should be talking about his marriage to her, but he ain't listen, hardhead. I said, every time somebody lie to him or something, he be ready to go. He be ready to get up out of there. He check out. But yeah, what else did they talk about? Jordan still has feeling for Curtis. That's what Portia told Isaiah, that Jordan still has feeling for Curtis or whatever. Well, she didn't say it like that, I don't think. But yeah, it's obvious. It's definitely obvious because when she left out, she ends up calling Anna, and they said on tomorrow's episode, Anna and her supposed to meet up, but Isaiah's supposed to meet up. Who Isaiah's supposed to meet up with? Who did they say Isaiah's supposed to be meeting up with? But they supposed to run into each other on tomorrow's episode, y'all. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Portia, Curtis, we already talked about them. We supposed to be finishing with Curtis and Jordan. They was just talking about the same thing, Drew, what he wanted them to do. Basically, Curtis getting tired of it. And I was like, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. They're going to have to take Drew down. That's the only way. Everybody, because he don't make so many enemies at this point. Everybody should be his enemy. I said, Tracy, Sonny, them, Jason, Michael. I said, he done made everybody the enemy. I still haven't seen anything about, where they going with this storyline, but we'll see. Excuse me. Okay, Kai and Trina and Josh. So he was still recording them and stuff like that. So Kai ends up meeting up with the doctor. The doctor told him that the surgery, it helped his spine or whatever, but he can't play football. He was upset. Trina was upset. She hit the dude with the camera. She told him she was gonna toss him and his camera out the doggone window. But yeah, it didn't work. All that for nothing. All that for nothing. All that. And then he still feels like he could trust Drew. They was talking about that at first. Hold on, wait. Was we supposed to talk about them? Yeah, they was talking about him at first. They was arguing because he was like, apparently her parents have a problem with Drew because they trying to get Jacinda back and get her to say that Drew did this and that, and he didn't. And they was arguing about that. I said, this gonna be a problem. It's already a problem because she don't like Drew, and he seems to still think, even after everything that happened, he still think that he could trust this man. He definitely do. I feel like he's gonna end up tipping off Drew, telling him what he heard. Do y'all think so? Because he told Trina, he said he wanted to find out what was going on, stuff like that. She didn't want to. She felt like, oh, it wasn't what he thought he heard. He misinterpreted what was going on. I feel like he going to tell him, or he going to indicate something, give him a little hint or something. Either that or that Josh dude, the recording dude, he probably got it on tape. Kai ends up going at the end of the episode to Drew's house and telling him he don't think the documentary is gonna, end up how he wanted it to, or whatever. Because they said that he still can't play football. He still can't play no type of contact sport at all. And I said, yeah, either that Josh dude he got it on tape, or either Kai gonna warn Drew, one way or another. But yeah, let's see. Willow and Drew. Now we get to the part. So Willow was saying how the house feels empty like her. And I said, it should. And I was like, at first, they should have did a storyline where she started to play Drew. She started to figure out in that hospital room what he was really up to. But that whole scene afterwards, I was like, she ain't figured out nothing. She has not figured out nothing. Because they still over here blaming Michael and stuff like that. She's still talking about how he lied on Drew about Wiley and stuff like that. I was like, girl, wake up. For a second, I was like, okay, maybe she's starting to wake up. Because she told him how he made promises about her getting her kids and she lost her kids and stuff like that. But he over here lying, selfish, don't see the lady losing it. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, that whole scene, he ends up telling her, this was the episode where he basically proposed to her, y'all. If y'all didn't see the episode, he went to say that Martin had this idea that the way that they can get the kids back is if they get married and prove that they have a stable home. And she was trying to tell him she don't know if that's a good idea because, the judge already said that she's impulsive. She don't think before she acts, just like Christina over here. And he still started trying to, he's selfish. The whole scene, look at her. She looks so checked out. I told y'all when I did the little promo review, I was like, she looks so checked out, and she still do. I think that was her looking through that window, but it might not be her. We'll see, though. It might be somebody that Drew hired. You never know. But yeah, he told her Martin's plan or whatever, but she was like, she can't think about this right now. She's too tired or whatever. She was finna go lay down. That's when Kai came to the door. Now, I don't know if there was her people through the window. I assumed it was, but it might not be. This might be another part of his plan because she also was telling him not to do nothing else. The judge made her decision and stuff, but he hard-headed. He's not going to listen. He over here still bashing Michael, talking about Michael this, and he underestimated Michael, and he should have better prepared. Excuse me. But he's still promising her how, they're going to get the kids back and they all going to be a family. And he mentioned Scout at the end of that. And I said, about time you mentioned Scout. I said, about time you ain't worried about her. You too busy in Willow face. I said, you was not worried about her. Let's see. What else did he say? Next, we got Sasha and Michael. So Michael wanted to figure out what they're going to do about Daisy. She ends up saying that she still don't want him to be a part. She wants to raise the baby by herself, which I still don't understand. I still don't understand also because they don't sit up here and had another family moment. I was like, didn't she just say she didn't want to? Did she just say she didn't want him to be a part of the baby life and stuff like that? She want the baby to know that Michael is the father, but she don't want him to help and stuff. Meanwhile, they having another family moment where they all wildly over here talking to the baby Amelia and stuff. I was like, look, that got to be confusing as well. I said, how you expect this man to be in his house, in his folks' house, see his child, and not want nothing to do with his child? And that's what. And she was saying how she was afraid that he was gonna try to sue her, take her to court and get custody of her baby too. I said, that's why you was over here trying to push him to take Willow kids. I said, that's why you was doing that. But yeah, he was like, it's not the same thing. He don't trust Willow's judgment, but he trusts hers. I was like, you can't trust hers either, because that don't make sense. She talking about she moving in. She moving back in with the Quartermains, and he right there. I said, he right. Well, I take that back. I just thought about it. You could be in the same house and still be a deadbeat or not be there for your child. So I take that back. I take it back. Because I was saying, like, how he gonna be in the same house with his child and not be there for the child? Come on now. And then you got Tracy and them there. They don't listen. They do not listen. But yeah, I gotta watch that preview. Excuse me. I gotta watch the preview for tomorrow's episode, y'all, because I sure missed it. I forgot I didn't watch it. Elizabeth, Christina makes it. That's when Elizabeth reveals that Lucky told her everything, and the only reason why she didn't turn her into the police is because Lucky asked her not to, and he would have been an accessory. But now he out of town. I said, you ain't gonna do nothing. I said, you was not gonna do nothing. So Christina was trying to tell her, I wasn't trying to, do anything, murder you or whatever. I was trying to get Ava, but I tried to warn her. Elizabeth was trying to get her to see that wasn't right. And she also was trying to tell her, if she do something else like that, then she gonna tell on her. That she's gonna tell on her and stuff. Rick ends up showing up, and he was so worried. He was looking at stuff. I said, go on, confess. Go on, tell her that you know already. Go on, be honest. I said, go on, tell her. But yeah, I was like, I don't know. How long do y'all think it's gonna take before them two realize that it was Christina? As well as, Laura already knows that money is missing. Didn't they say $10 million was missing? Yeah, I think $10 million was missing. If I'm not mistaken, she has to transfer more money. So I was like, Christina she should just turn her in or went to Sunny or something. These folks don't do nothing. I still say like yesterday, these folks supposed to be monsters, but we haven't really seen them do anything since the FBI dude. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong about that, but let's see. Portia Isaiah, like I said, they had a little scene where they was talking about, I think they was talking about Elizabeth first, and she said she'll reach out to her. So then she started talking about exes who still hung up on their ex or whatever. So I was like, she's talking about Jordan. She talking about Jordan, and looks like she's right. Look like she right, but that's Curtis' fault too, because he ended things because he knew he was still in love with her. He still wanted her or whatever. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. When that whole situation happened about Trina, him finding out, I think it was the day of their wedding. Didn't he go kiss Jordan? Wasn't they sharing kisses or something like that, if I'm not mistaken? Either way go, I said he still got feelings for her as well. That's why he shouldn't have rushed to get married to her or end his marriage to Jordan. They always do this every time. They recycle these doggone relationships. But I don't know. I think I liked them together though, Jordan and Curtis. But I don't think they need to put Portia in jail or nothing until Heather Weber come back. Until Heather Weber come back. Let's see. I scratched out Curtis and Jordan. I think I talked about them already. Molly and Alexis, they was at the pool or whatever, and she was just watching Cody and Ava, and she was just expressing how she feels. And she told Alexis how she been spending time with Cody or whatever, and she cares about him. And I said, "Yep, Christina, your plan's not gonna work. He either gonna tell that Christina wanted him to do that, or something, cause he don't know the full story. He just know that Christina want him to seduce Ava." And I was like, "She already watching." I said, this is not going to work, because he was starting to have feelings for Molly as well. Looked like it anyways. Trina and Portia, Trina ends up saying she can't stand Drew. She hates him and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to get a chance to talk about what Kai overheard. She should mention it. She should bring it up. But yeah, she was just expressing her frustration with Drew. Drew and Kai showed up at the end of the episode, and that's when he ends up saying how he don't think the documentary is going to turn out the way he wanted it to. I said, he don't care nothing about that. He trying to take folks' kids. How you going to take somebody's kids and you ain't even taking care of your one child? For real, let me see. Let me see if I cover everything. I already said Rick X Isaiah, where Elizabeth is. Let's see. She should have told her Drew was blackmailing her. Willow's, Sasha. Oh, Sasha was talking about how she felt terrible and guilty when she saw Willow. I said she need to choose a side at this point. Hold on, what they say? Oh, okay. Kai still feels loyal to Drew. Willow told Drew not to make any more promises. Jordan still has feelings for Curtis. Drew tells Willow they should get married. Molly sees Cody and Ava. Yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. Elizabeth said there's no excuse for what Christina did. Yeah, that's the last thing. Hold on. Let me see something right fast. No, it's not going to show me on here. Nope. They're not going to show me. I'll probably have to log in on the laptop. That's it, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought of the episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. It's frozen. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a good rest of the day and be safe.